What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rods. I'm here today at Furman Dodge in Wesley Chapel, bringing you this 2020 Dodge Challenger 50th anniversary. The MSRP on this starts at $34,995. The model we have today in this octane red is stickered at $63,240. This is powered by a 5.7 liter V8 Hemi, pushing 375 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, matted to an 8-speed automatic transmission. We're gonna go over all the specs and details, starting now. Limited production to 70 units per color, per trim. That's what you're getting with the 50th year anniversary, making this more of a sawed-off collector. You're also getting the 50th year anniversary badging in the egg crate grille. You'll be getting the black wrap on the hood, the roof, and the back deck lid with this vehicle. 5.2 inches of ground clearance. Even with this spoiler lip that comes out about 2 to 3 inches, you still have enough clearance to go over any speed humps. Getting your performance functional hood scoops, performance steering, 57.7 inches of height, width of 75.7 inches. I would opt for the wide body kit to give it more of a muscle car heritage. 15 to 23 mpgs on this vehicle, a 0 to 60, a hair under 5 seconds. Upgraded 4-piston Brembo brakes are on this vehicle, which are the same brakes that's on your RT Scat Pack and your 392 Hemi. These brakes are rated at 14.2 on the disc for the front, 13.8 on the rear, ventilated, slotted, ready for performance. Upgraded line lock, which will go over the interior, that will warm up the back wheels and locks the front wheels for your track-ready vehicle. Unique 20-inch alloy wheels are set with this for the 50th year anniversary. Performance suspension, a length at 197.9 inches with a wheelbase at 116.2. I wish they would have integrated the 50th year anniversary maybe underneath the Hemi or on the 20-inch wheels in the center cap, so that way it would have gave a little bit of a pop. And again, not trying to sound like a broken record, but that wide body kit would have really set this car apart. Dual stainless steel exhaust with chrome tailpipe finishers is what you're getting with this Hemi. I think it looks good if you're going for a luxury car look. Because this is a Hemi, I wish it would kind of protrude a little bit more, giving more of that muscular look. This is obviously a rear-wheel drive vehicle. I like the Challenger 50th year anniversary on the spoiler lip. Looks really nice. It sets it apart. All LED brake lights going inside to your cargo at 16.2 cubic feet. Let's hear this Hemi rev up. Speed and performance is what you're getting out of the Hemi, and especially in this Challenger. I like coupes, and this just really sets it apart in this octane red. Let me know in the comments what you think of this 50th year anniversary. As we go into the interior, go over that infotainment screen and take this for our test drive. What do you get for the 50th year anniversary? Badging underneath the vent for the passenger side, badging on the seats. These are Napa Alcantara, heated, ventilated, 4-way power adjustable, 4-way lumbar support with memory for the driver, 4-way for the passenger. Headroom, 39.3 inches, legroom 42 inches, push start. Obviously you're going to get real carbon fiber that's in the dash and through this center cluster, dual climate control settings, upgraded 8.4 Uconnect touch navigation, HD radio, Sirius XM, and 4G LTE, all in this, which is really nice. You're also getting the white face gauges with yellow accent for the driver cluster, Challenger 50th badging right there, which makes a nice pop. I wish on the steering wheel they put the 50th year anniversary. It would have made a little bit more of a pop. I like the leather wrap and perforated steering wheel. This one has the upgraded adaptive cruise control. The paddle shifters are a little bit smaller when you go into just your base Hemis. Once you step it up to your Hellcat, it's going to get a little bit more of an extension. 8-speed automatic transmission, a couple of cup holders. Open it up inside here, 2 USBs, an auxiliary 12-volt charger. This is the Dodge Brother design, badged right there. On the door panel, you're going to get the premium stitch work, so it gives a nice little pop to Alcantara here. Storage for 1 cup, little storage for the back. I like the dash with the premium stitching because it does set it apart, showing you that this has most of the upgrades in the vehicle. Let's check out the back. All right, guys, so the head space is at 37.1 inches. Obviously, somebody that's 6'3" like me, not going to fit in the rear very well. 33.1 inches of leg space. You do have some AC vents. I would recommend just slide down a little bit if you're tall like me. And it's actually not too bad because you could put your head back with this 5.7 liter Hemi. Got some cup holders here. The storage, like we were saying, for the door panel, you can kind of put your cell phone. There's nothing really back here except for 2 seats that can be really used more for storage. But it is kind of soft if you put your arms and just relax. Now let's go over that infotainment screen. Looking at this 8.4 inch touchscreen, Uconnect, you can do the pinch, you can do the swipe, click into your controls. That's for your heated ventilated seats and your heated steering wheel. Climate control, you can do it either here or you can do it here. Dual climate control, like we said. You also have the Super Track Pack in your sport mode, so you can just click that on the fly, or you can go into your app settings. This will tell you everything. So you have your performance controls, which we'll go into. You can also hold these and move these icons around to make it easier for you. Hitting the next icon, you have your performance page, which I've done another review with a scat pack. I'll link it in the description. You can check out all the different things in the performance page, but today we're going to go into the performance control. So when you click onto here, this is pretty intuitive stuff. You can actually click onto everything and you can turn it on every which way you want, either sport or normal. If you click the icon, it'll tell you what this actually does per icon. So it is super simple, and you can also do it this way too to see every single thing that the vehicle is basically doing for your steering, for your paddle shifters, your traction control, or your engine. You can put it in sport, you can put it in normal, and you just click it right like that. So it is pretty simple. You have your line lock. This is really good if you're going on the track. You just activate it, and that holds your front wheels so you can burn out the back, make them a little bit more stickier. You have your launch control here. This is really nice because you can actually set your RPM. So you can set it at a low rev at 1500, or you can max it out to 3000, and that would be the way the actual launch control would work. This one does register 160 miles per hour, and I like the 50th year badging that you see right there. Let's go for that test drive, guys. So giving it a little bit of throttle, you can definitely hear that muscle car in this vehicle, and that's something that you like. I like the hood. It really looks beefy, and it makes me feel like I'm in a classic American muscle car, which I do like that. So they're doing a great job keeping that heritage. I wish they would change up a little bit of the design, but they are adding some elements here and there to make it pop some more. Whenever you push the throttle, you do get that exhaust note. You're not going to have any dual pane windows. This is basically a performance vehicle, and that MSRP around $35,000, you really can't beat that price point. Obviously, the more features that you get, getting all the aesthetics that's in the interior, it's going to make it a little bit more expensive. But if you stay in that threshold, I think you could get a really good model car for a very good deal. The visibility in the car is good. You don't really have too many blind spots. This one does have your upgraded blind spot monitoring system. Doing some turn radius, you get into about 1.5 lanes. Give it in some gas. Oh, she makes a nice noise, and it is super, super smooth. You don't feel anything. These are with upgraded wheels. Because of that exhaust note, you don't hear anything. The brakes, they're actually pretty good. The 4-piston brakes are nice. I prefer the 6-piston brakes, but with this engine setup, I think it's a pretty good setup the way it is. I will say with the paddle shifters, it is a little bit tough to find them. Instead of hitting the paddle shifters, I actually was hitting the actual gauges to change the stereo. Giving it some gas, oh man. Oof. And that's exactly what you want, that V8 raw power Hemi note. If you're driving the Challenger in a normal speed on the highway, 50, 60 miles per hour, yeah, you're gonna hear some wind noise, but that's gonna happen. I will say, because this doesn't have the wide body kit, it's a little bit less noisy because of the way the aerodynamics are. It's a little bit more streamlined, but we're gonna see how it is. We're at a red light, guys, so we're gonna put it into your manual mode. Paddle shifters, I wish they were a little bit bigger. They're really right on the actual buttons for your infotainment screen on the back of the steering wheel, and I'm constantly hitting like the volume or to change the track instead of actually hitting the paddle shifters. So that is something that kind of is a little annoying because of this raw 5.7 liter V8 Hemi engine. This is naturally aspirated, which is also something that I really like. Full throttle, guys. Oh yeah, shifts really nice. Everybody stays behind you. 0 to 60 in this is fabulous. Very fun car. The exhaust note is just awesome. I would definitely recommend you stay around a 2 to 3 note. It just blocks out any sound barriers that you need, so you don't need any sound dampening in this. The suspension does hold it really well. Because the engine isn't overly powerful, you can actually go off the line without squealing tires. That's another thing I like, because whenever you go into the bigger size, meaning like the Hellcat, you tend to start sliding a bit. Even on the Scat Pack 392, very comfortable set, but you know, I just really like that exhaust note. Honestly, I'm gonna stay at around 2 RPM because anything lower than that, I can't hear that V8 raw power, and that's exactly what I wanna hear. I'm gonna take this back to the dealership, go over that reverse camera, and wrap this review up. With this Challenger, it is set with your reverse camera with trajectory, so that does make it easier to reverse. The screen is pretty clean for the most part. It's not as HD resolution as I would expect. I'd like to thank Chris and Christina here at Furman Dodge in Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2020 Dodge Challenger 50th year anniversary for a car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click the subscribe button, check out the details, the merchandise, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rods.